Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpack Trader Training Room for Thursday, November 7th, 2024. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds you can afford to do without. All right, only session today, so go ahead and close it. Crude oil going through its target 2 on the trade just finishing up. That was the third trade of the day, getting 20 and 32 ticks. 52, we were down 6 on the first 2 trades. So 46 tick net on the day. Unleaded also going through target 2. 82 ticks and trailing. And the market is down, or the markets are about to open in the U.S. Just open. Soybeans set up a long trade, too fast to execute, and hitting the stop. So that is going to take that trade off the table. That trade cancels. Crude continues to push up, as does unleaded. Unleaded stop now to 227. $234. Pound Aussie triggers into a long trade. Soybeans triggers into a get in sync short. At 112 or 1012 flat. So that means at 1010 and a half, which is target 2, will also be our minimum target. So we will look for 2 positions coming off at target 2 and 1 at target 3. Unleaded up to 257 for the stop. Short trade on the micro Russell. I'm afraid that that is a full loss on the first trade of the day. Another full loss for trade number 2. The previous short was too fast. This one probably had a chance to get into. Definitely money management. And approaching target. 263 for the unleaded stop. And we have an exit point at 264 that we stop out on. I don't know if we're positive or not, so that may be a stop and reverse. Soybean short is still valid. YM went through a nice little short there. 19. And it's only 7 hand. Nope, that trade was unfortunately too fast to execute. Break-even trade on the micro Russell. The unleaded trade so far is short if we needed it. All right, YM. So far, that's a get in sync. It's too fast to execute, and it does get in sync. So we are in the YM trade, long on the YM. Target 1 is plenty big, so that is our goal target. Unleaded, hitting money management. Soybeans hitting target 2, so that is 2 positions coming off at 6 ticks apiece. And that will bring our stop down to $111.75. And it looks like we actually hit that. So actually no, we hit that before hitting the money management, it looks like. So far we are going to be short. We'll see where that comes up. I think 1011 is probably where the YM money management, not quite target. Trailing very close to where we are, 863. Back to money management again, not quite to target, trying to push through that 200 EMA. Target, missing the target again, and we did stop out. So stopping out for a partial on the YM, 863 from our entry at 846, 17 ticks, 2 positions, plus 34. And unleaded, picking up another target 2 win. That should definitely put us positive, I think, with a small trailer. Ooh, this is not good. That's loss, break even, and we're in the short. And that's a loss. So that's two losses right there. And I believe I had one loss in this stop, at least one, if not two. So we are done. Actually, I think I had two in there. So we got done before we even hit the deposit. Soybeans. Looks like it stopped out for a single tick before going down to hit target 3. So we get two more ticks. One tick break even stop times 2 positions. So that's 14 ticks on soybeans today. 3.5 points. $175. It's a positive session. That's about all that can be said for it. Crude getting positive. On lead, I'm sure getting positive. So we'll bring up the micro NQ. All right, 4 minutes in. Puts us right in this area. So 7 for the setup, 38. Yeah, that one is likely avoidable. Then we get long. And there's a wick right over here that definitely will get us back in, even if it was too fast to execute initially. So target 2 achieved. Now looking for target 3. So that is a win. And trailing. Soybeans is done. The YM is done. Now the YM can take another trade. We got a partial on the YM. Pound Aussie in the long trade. That was pre-market. That one was too fast. That was a. This one was avoidable. So yeah, we had one. Yeah, we had one loss and a break even there. So we get loss number 2, break even, loss number 3. So 2 break evens, 3 losses. On the micro Russell, micro NQ, hitting target 3, trailing at 0.70 3/4. Waiting for a new trade on YM. Soybeans is done. Micro Russell is done. Crude is done. And unleaded is done. Crude is done until 10 a.m. Unleaded is done. Pound Aussie is in a long. YM's flat, waiting for trade number 2. Micro NQ is now flat. And now the Micro Russell gives us a successful trade. Oh well. Short trade on the Micro NQ. Pound Aussie in no man's land between the entry and the stop. Long trade on. Excuse me. YM. Long trade on the YM. This trade gets to money management. We will have a fun hour of quitting trade. $31 tick target. And YM gets to target 1, so that definitely will be money or hour of quitting. This will be the final trade on the YM. 31 tick win there to go along with the 34 we already have in hand. Gives us 65. Stop at 874. And now stop moves up to 892 and 894. Target 2 on the YM. Micro NQ trying to push down the money management. 98, 898 now for the stop, and moves up again, I believe. Nope, it's still 898. Entry was at 873, so we're plus 25. Micro NQ back to its entry. And a couple more stop moves on the YM to 909. 2736. So we're going to be over 100 ticks on the day. YM continuing to push up. 919. 46. And about to move up to 924. And there's 924. 51 ticks. Crude also continuing to push higher. 929 for the YM stop now. $56 ticks. On top of our 65. 932. 59 ticks. So 124 ticks in hand now, basically. Micro NQ taking heat, and Pound Aussie taking heat. Stop and reverse, that's going to be at the full stop out. So stops out, we reverse, there it is. So we do reverse. Okay, that's a 62 tick loss against close to a 100 tick win. Or 62 point loss against right at a 100 point win. 69 points on the target and Let's see what we got there. 47.5 to 70 3/4. It's okay. It's 23 3/4 on the trailer. So we get, yeah, we're about 30 ticks up, which is, we were, about plus 30, plus 30 3/4. And, ooh, that's not nice. That's another full stop out. We niggled into the long and then went right back down to the stops. That's another 62-point loss. So now we're down about 32 points, 31 1/4 on 3 trades. Now Nazi barely survived. 94.54. And yeah, survived by 2 ticks. 54.2. And there it goes, stops out, getting down to 53. So full stop out on the pound Aussie, looking flat there, looking for a new trade. YM did finally stop out. 37, yeah, 37. And 27 is 64 ticks, 129 ticks net on the YM today. We got about 4 minutes before our crude 10 a.m. mini session. Setup was correct on the micro NQ, except for the short-term pullback to the stop. Going through target 1, almost up to target 2. Under 2 minutes to the crude 10 a.m. mini session. This short trade has gone too far. So we'll look for a new trade there. Micro NQ going through the second target on the what would have been the long trade. One up bar. And we do not have doesn't appear we have an oversold reading. Still in the short trade. And we are in our time frame for the 10 a.m. mini session. Not sure whether it's going to go up or down. And it closes down. Stays in the short. Didn't get enough up bars to get a set of exhaustion dots on the 20 SMA. And our stop moving down would be the stop on the earlier trade. Looks like we may have just stopped out. No, didn't. Yeah, it didn't get moved down. We're at 71.32. Still moving down. Pound Aussie, Micro NQ, and crude are active charts. Looks like we're going to move down probably just one more tick to 31. Yep, that's where we are. It's 31. Micro Russell finding a little bit of noise at session open. 24.021 maybe. I think we'll come down to 26. We have to get the balance line all the way down to 21 to come down to 23. YM back around the down just below all three moving averages. 20 simple moving average, 50 and 200 exponential. Blue being the 20 simple, gold being the 50, and the dark magenta being the 200. Stock moves down to 26 on the crude non-trade. Still looking for a new setup there. Stock still at 26. Looks like it's going to come down to 21 or so. the move down to 21. Need the balance line to get to 16 or move down to 18. Found Aussie setting new session lows. Definitely looks like we're coming down to 16. Possibly could come down to 13. I only need one tick lower on the balance line to get it down to 13. Up close means it only gets to 16, but it will go to 13 on the next bar. Okay. Micro NQ long trade that we got stopped out of would have gone to target 3 and then stopped out at 104 flat. Rig pushing down hard. Stopped down to 71.11. Unfortunately, not in this trade. Too early for our 10 a.m. mini session. Watching things progress fairly slowly at the moment. No trades on our 3 active charts. Stop comes down to 71.03. We get a bit of a pullback coming up. Testing the $71 level. Getting within one of our stop. And there is our stop out. So now looking for a new setup. We do have it oversold now, so we can get a long trade. So crude is now flat, along with the micro NQ and the pound Aussie. I am still just working around the moving averages. Micro Russell pushing downward a bit, as is the micro NQ. Short trade setup. That is going to be a get in sync. And push it down a tick. 98 and a quarter. Yep, we spiked right to the entry. Or even 98 even. Actually, that's probably a better place, isn't it? There, it didn't matter, it triggered. I'll leave it at the quarter. And short on the micro NQ. Three active charts, one active trade. Long trade on crude. Just touches the entry. You didn't get your order in, push it up to 7106 or 7107 rather, and it just triggered in anyway. So long on crude. And we take a full stop out. Yes, we full stop out on the micro NQ. So that, unfortunately, is loss number 3 and ends that session. So another 62-point loss. And puts us down 93 and a quarter points. On the day. So we have pound Aussie and crude. Crude hanging around the 20 SMA right now. Simple moving average. Long on crude, flat on the pound Aussie, but we could very well have a long trade coming up. We can get an up close and it gets above the balance line. We do have an oversold condition. Bouncing off the session low. Crude pushing toward money management. Right at the 50 EMA. 71.16. We got to 15. Yeah, we got to 14, it looks like. Yeah. 2 ticks away. And there is target 1. That's going to be a power quitting trade. 06 to 16, and we get target 1 at 18 for 12 ticks. And pushing up through target 2, so that ends that session pretty quickly. So we get 12 and 20, 32 ticks added to our 46 for the morning session, for the 9 a.m. session. Gives us 78 for the day. Nice couple of sessions. Pound Aussie is still flat. We still could get a long trade here with an up close. That bar didn't close high enough. It closed up, but it didn't close high enough to get above the balance line and set up a long trade. Crude having a kind of a tough time getting up. Don't need to worry with it at this point. We've got our 2 targets. Soybeans picked up another small short trade, but now that's turning into a fairly strong little trailer. 2 target 2s, 2 at target 2 and 1 at target 3 again. 16.28, 7 points this time on the targets. And we've got 4 points on the trailer, so not trailing that, or not trading that in that trade, not part of the trade plan. All right, doesn't look like Pound Aussie's gonna give us anything. Actually, we may get a. That's not part of the trade plan, though. Never mind. All right, looks like not any near-term chance of a trade on the Pound Aussie, so I'm going to call it a morning. It's right at 10:30. Regular schedule next week. I didn't look to be sure. Actually, didn't look to be sure last week. Okay, yeah. And crude oil inventory was yesterday. Yes, yeah. I was afraid that it might have moved to today because it's election day yesterday. All right. So that does finish things up. So we will see everybody tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Excuse me. Regular session scheduled next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 9:30 a.m. Crude oil inventory report Wednesday at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. U.S. is back on Standard Time as of Sunday. All right, everybody, have a good weekend. Good trading tomorrow, a good weekend, good trading on Monday. See you on Tuesday.